Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and now, after the two Mars-related Lego franchises, we're going to be talking about a couple that are kind of related in a way, and that is Rock Raiders. We're going to be talking about Rock Raiders. Yes, this is a classic Lego theme. It centers around some guys who are, mining into like caves or whatnot, and are, mining for rocks, for gems and whatnot, and they come across rock monsters and have to, battle them for the resources that they are seeking. And this was a pretty cool concept. There was a game for the PS1, I think. It was also for a PC, and I still need to listen to the soundtrack for that. And this was a classic Lego theme. It was from like 1999, I think. And it was it earlier than that? It was in the 90s, and there was a lot of sets that I can definitely see myself playing with back then. Problem was I was born in 94, so I would have been too young. So, but Rock Raiders definitely has its fans. I kind of like it myself. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, but since it's an old theme, I do appreciate it. And there's an entire website dedicated to Rock Raiders. It's called Rock Raiders United. Go check them out, I guess. And, there's a dedicated fan base to Rock Raiders. There's a lot of great stuff out there in terms of, projects that revolve around Rock Raiders, because it was a legendary theme, apparently. A lot of people seem to like it, and it does have its fans. The sets looked pretty cool. There was some sets that I feel like were a little bit more generic than others. The rock monsters looked just kind of big ugly monsters that, you have to face off, and they looked cool, but some of them maybe a little more generic than others. Generic rock monster thing, it's take a look at the Legend of Motunui, and you'll see the boss level of Pohatu's level. There's a generic rock monster. There's a generic rock monster in what is it? Galaxy Quest or something like that? I don't remember. Yeah, the whole generic rock monster thing has been kind of beat to death, and it's yeah. But Rock Raiders managed to make it somewhat fresh in a way at that time, and, well, it was pretty fucking cool. So, it was a theme that had a lot of potential, clearly, and I do enjoy the aesthetics of the builds, of the vehicles, the sets in general, the aesthetic, even the aesthetics of the rock monsters were pretty interesting. They were different. They were big, mean freaks, but there's also the other thing to consider, which is Power Miners, which came out in like the late 2000s, and it was a more modern remake, shall we say, modern take on the whole. You got a team of dudes and whatnot, drilling for resources, getting crystals. But then there's rock monsters, and yeah. You're starting to notice a bit of redundancy here. It was done with Lego Space, Mars, and Mars Mission, which was the last video we talked about. And, well, now it's done with Rock Raiders and Power Miners. I had one Power Miner set, and it was a big sort of mech thing. It had a little tiny rock monster with it. You can open up its jaw and put a crystal in it, and yeah. The rock monsters in these in these sets were kind of weird, in a way, but interesting as well. The entire aesthetic for power miners was different. I mean, you've got drills and whatnot. You've got well, the mech that I was talking about had an expanding claw thing. So and I don't have that anymore. I have parts from it, but I don't have it built. I probably have to get a new copy if I really wanted to. But power miners had a different aesthetic than Rock Raiders. Rock Raiders had more, you know, dark gray, brown, black is thrown in there as well, trans green, a lot of different colors that some may seem more earthy than others. But with power miners, you got lime green, you got blue, you got dark gray, you got orange. What with the Mari blades, there's a couple of those here and there in some of the sets where it looks like giant rakes. Yeah. Weird, but hey. You've got drills as well and whatnot. The whole thing with power miners trying to be this, the new era of Rock Raiders, similar to what Mars Mission was the new era of Lego Space Mars. Different take, but hey. So power miners definitely had its fans, I'm sure, but it just wasn't as legendary as Rock Raiders. It never was going to be. You see, power miners being as modern as it was, a modern take on the whole thing revolving around miners getting these crystals and having to fight rock monsters. That whole thing has been done before, but you know, it just wasn't. It just didn't capture the same magic that Rock Raiders did. So there's a certain magic and a certain charm to Rock Raiders that power miners didn't really have. And it's the same idea with Mars Mission and its predecessor, Lego Space Mars. Lego Space Mars had more charm than Mars Mission. See where I'm going at? So, what can I say? I prefer Lego Rock Raiders because, first of all, I just like the aesthetic better of the sets, and the game is kind of cool too. I still need to listen to the music though. I need to find the files for that somewhere. And for the most part, Lego Rock Raiders, and it's just pretty fucking cool. It really is. I enjoy the aesthetic. I enjoy the rock monsters themselves. The whole crystal mining thing was kind of interesting concept that's been done before, I'm sure. But you know, the characters themselves seemed really interesting. The sets in general are just pretty cool. You know, you've had early ideas that would soon translate to power miners, but with obviously different design techniques. Power miners, again, it's more modern, it's different and more modern design philosophies than Rock Raiders. Rock Raiders is more old school, and I appreciate that. Power miners, while it has a different aesthetic, it does fill a similar purpose to Rock Raiders. And I feel like Power Miners had a bit of potential to be the next Rock Raiders, similar to what Mars Mission had the potential to be the next Lego Space Mars. But for both of these two modern themes, it just wasn't going to happen. Sure, they had their fans, but it just wasn't going to happen. So, in fact, I'm not sure if Power Miners even had a game. Rock Raiders had a game. It was for PC and PS1. but I've never played them because I never had a PS1. So, what have we learned here with this one? Rock Raiders, classic Lego theme. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. I'm sure the sets are expensive on eBay and whatnot, but if you can find them all at decent prices, go ahead. Power Miners, I would say check it out as well, but only if you really are truly interested in seeing the evolution of Rock Raiders going into Power Miners. It's the same thing with the other theme I talked about in the previous video. The evolution of Lego Space Mars into Mars Mission. These two themes can really be side by side when it comes to, you know, purposes and whatnot. So, but yeah, I really do appreciate the fact that both of these themes existed. You know, Mars Mission and Power Miners, two modern takes on themes we've seen before, and overall they're just pretty good for the most part. But they don't hold a candle to their predecessors. They tried and failed. Well, okay, they didn't necessarily fail, but it just wasn't going to last long, let's be honest. So, with that being said, we'll be talking about some more classic themes and perhaps modern takes on those themes in another video, probably. I don't know. These were the two themes that I wanted to talk about while I'm watching the dogs. Dogs, woof woof, woof woof. They're tired. So yeah, what do you think about Rock Raiders in the comment section below? I know everyone's going to praise it to the high heavens or whatever, but let me know what you think about Power Miners as well. Is Power Miners the true successor to Rock Raiders? Well, that's debatable, but for the most part, it did serve a specific purpose. And, well, when Rock Raiders was canceled, it left fans high and dry. But a lot of creative people out there were able to dig into the code of the game and, you know, kind of do some fun stuff with it. You can't really do that with Power Miners unless, you know, I'm sure someone will find a way to do it. But Power Miners doesn't have the same charm as Rock Raiders, so, and it's the same thing with Mars Mission. Mars Mission doesn't have the same charm as Lego Space Mars. So, let me know what you think about both of these themes and the themes that I talked about in the previous video. Let me know in the comment section below and the comment section below of that video. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.